Binge drinking is the act of consuming large amounts of alcohol in a short period of time. This behavior has many negative health effects and poses various risks. In the United States, binge drinking is generally defined as consuming 5 or more drinks of alcohol in a 2-hour period for men and 4 or more drinks for women. The definition of binge drinking may vary from country to country. In Japan, binge drinking is often generally defined as the act of consuming a large amount of alcohol in a single drink. But a consistent definition of the specific number of drinks has not always been established. Health problems associated with binge drinking include nausea, vomiting, dizziness, memory loss, and impaired motor coordination in the acute phase. While long-term health risks may include alcohol dependence, liver disease, heart disease, brain damage, digestive problems, and mental health problems. Decreased awareness and impaired judgment increase the risk of accidents and injuries. And the effects on mental health are also important, and are known to increase the risk of depression and anxiety disorders. Binge drinking is a common problem, especially among adolescents, and can negatively impact adolescent brain development. The standard of 5 or more drinks, in the definition of binge drinking, usually refers to standard units of alcohol. This means different amounts for different types of alcoholic beverages, such as beer, wine, and spirits. For beer, a glass of beer usually refers to about 12 ounces, about 355 milliliters. This is the equivalent of 1 can of beer. For wine, a glass is about 5 ounces, about 150 milliliters, and for spirits, such as awamori, a glass is about 1.5 ounces, about 44 milliliters. This is the equivalent of a standard shot glass. These amounts are set so that each drink contains approximately the same amount of alcohol. In defining binge drinking, these standard shot amounts are used as a basis for calculating the amount of alcohol consumed in a given period of time. This standard reflects a situation in which drinking is rapid and blood alcohol levels rise rapidly. This approach ensures that different beverages, such as beer, wine, and spirits, are adjusted to contain the same amount of pure alcohol in each. This makes it possible to provide a general guideline for alcohol intake, and to keep track of one's own alcohol consumption. Binge drinking and acute alcohol intoxication, alcohol poisoning, while related, are not necessarily the same thing. Binge drinking generally refers to the act of consuming large amounts of alcohol in a short period of time, but does not necessarily lead to acute alcohol intoxication in all cases. Acute alcohol poisoning is the result of various adverse effects of alcohol on the central nervous system and can cause severe symptoms such as decreased consciousness, vomiting, impaired motor coordination, and difficulty breathing. Excessive alcohol consumption alters the balance of neurotransmitters in the brain, specifically increasing the activity of the inhibitory neurotransmitter gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, and suppressing the activity of the excitatory neurotransmitter glutamate. This leads to a suppression of overall brain activity, resulting in decreased awareness and slower reactions. Changes in neurotransmitter balance caused by alcohol reduce the brain's ability to process information. This affects judgment, attention, memory, and reaction time. When the cerebellum is also affected, balance and motor coordination are impaired. This can lead to unsteady gait and impaired limb coordination. As alcohol consumption increases, these effects become more intense. Mild effects include decreased social inhibition and elevated mood. But further increases in consumption can lead to clouding of consciousness, motor incoordination, and unconsciousness. When alcohol is present in extremely high concentrations in the bloodstream, life-threatening conditions such as severe respiratory depression, hypothermia, and coma can result. It is reasonable to assume that binge drinking increases the risks associated with alcohol, even for occasional drinkers who do not normally drink. Binge drinking involves consuming large amounts of alcohol in a short period of time, which is associated with a variety of adverse health effects. The risks of alcoholism, liver disease, heart disease, brain damage, digestive problems, mental health risks such as depression and anxiety disorders, and brain development problems in young people are discussed above. But people who do not drink much on a regular basis may have a low tolerance for alcohol. And even small amounts of alcohol can cause acute alcohol poisoning. They are more likely to develop symptoms and may have unexpected reactions because they are not used to the effects of alcohol. Binge drinking is a particularly high health risk. Even for those who do not drink regularly, it is important to control the amount of alcohol you consume and to understand the risks associated with binge drinking.